right, it's time to do the Knoxville Rag in the key of C. If I had to pick a favorite key, C would possibly be one of them. And I love this tune. It's a fun tune to play, and you can kind of just, it's got a bouncy little melody. Fun to back up. So we're going to do it Kentucky tune, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. I'm going to play it in open position right now, and I played it earlier with Erynn on her fiddle video, capoed up on the 5th fret out of G position. So we'll look at both those. And right now I'm in just playing out of C, a C tune. So get Erynn to fiddle that Knoxville Rag. All right, that's fun. Thank you,
Have fun,
Erynn.
guitar players.
That's a lot of fun. Yeah, you can't help but have fun on the Knoxville Rag, and fiddlers have fun, and the guitar player does too. So, and that's a great old source recording too. Check it out. I think you'll find it's got a lot of cool stuff happening too. So I'm playing out of C position.
The source recording is Dick Burnett and Dick Taylor and Byrd Moore.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Erynn. All right, so
You can find it on YouTube.
on YouTube you can find that Knoxville Rag. So I've got my C chord here. And what we'll think about, first of all, that melody, this is one of those tunes that you can kind of play the melody. Fiddlers get going pretty fast, so I don't know how much you want to do that. But the main thing about the melody is so you have that nice C, A. If you went on down to G, what I'd call the traveling note, if you play short and bread, that's the melody of Knoxville Rag. So, and what I do a lot of times, the melody might be going bop, 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 fast. I might go slow. Slow, if you wanted to do that way. And then you have the G chord, it's going to start on that B note. So you're starting on the C, you're starting on the C note, the C phrase, and then on this G phrase, you're starting on the B note, the middle of the chord. So that's just something nice to know. So let's just look at the basic structure. So you get the C chord going. I'll just do that little C to A, maybe a little walk. So you can do all kind of things. Do it like a walk first. That works pretty good. Change, you're going up. So maybe a longer walk. And then you're back to square one. So if I did it higher, get a little G shape, F shape, you know. So a lot of possibilities. Boom, 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 G, C, diddly, diddly, do, do. You might do a higher one. So a lot of possibilities. Just keeping a good beat on the and hitting the, like I say, the phrase starts on the C. So starting there for the C phrase and then the G phrase, you can hit that B note if you like, which is the melody. Main thing too, when it comes to that, and the fiddler may go longer on the part, as she says in her fiddle video. She may do that over and over several times longer. So you got to kind of be watching the fiddler for when that phrase, that extended kind of slower phrase, boom, 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 boom. You could even do boom, boom, ba da da, boom. A lot of possibilities there. So you got to be ready for that phrase, the slow climbing phrase there. And I think she ends on that too. Boom, 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 boom. So what I'm going to do is grab my capo. Got to reach across here. Pardon me. Grab my capo. I'm going to put it up on the 5th fret. And let's just look what I did, where the notes kind of fall when you capo up the 5th fret. And I'm going to be playing out of a G position, but still in the key of C. So let's find, first of all, I'm going to look to see where that, got to tighten your capo a little more. That's a good tip there. Some people like that sound, but most people like it to be a little less. So there's going to be that 3rd string is my C note and the low 3rd fret. So you don't have it all the way, but you got that. So that's a nice sound. And so that's the root, that C note. And then for the G chord, it's going to be the 5th string. Would be actually the melody note's going to be. One thing you could do, be kind of funky and sound cool, is doing that G chord and hitting that 3rd fret and open. And then getting a D chord shape, which is my G chord in actual sound, and getting that low thumb hook. So whatever note you want to get there. And you also have that 3rd string. Slow walk. I'm gonna get a little more tension on the capo. So you got that. So I kind of like that 3rd string, and then short and bread that. And if you really want to get the melody, you can go up on the 4th string up to that 2, 3, 4. And that's catching like a D chord here. I'm just kind of getting off that 1st string and pivoting around and getting my note. That 1st string note, 2nd fret, is going to be the 4th fret when you jump over to the 4th string. And that's your melody note. So I kind of like that too. So you get that long phrase, boom, 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 boom. And you could hit an E minor. Got a lot of possibilities there. So very different. You got that nice, your low string got a little different tone than the 5th string. But I kind of like, and you got. So just knowing your different chord tones, really nice to know where your melody's falling in your chord shapes. So open, you're playing out of C shape. That 5th string is your root, and then and your capo 5, your G string, the 6th string's your root. Of course, the 3rd string when you're capoed up, and then on the C is your 2nd string way up there. So they're different sounds. They both sound good. So try it both ways, and you could put capo up another place and try to see what you come up with. another whole deal. So every capo position has its pros and cons, you know. But they're both pretty good in this in Knoxville Rag. So I think you'll enjoy it. And just try your own thing there. Get some good rhythm things happening. Just remember, if it's going, the faster the fiddler's playing, the harder it's going to be to add. You know, don't want to add too much because it's going to be hard to keep up. So you might do a little less when the fiddler's going faster, you know, and doing a lot. So that's a pretty good tip. So enjoy Knoxville Rag, and maybe I'll see you in Knoxville sometime. You never know. Take care. Thanks.